Merry Christmas, America. I'm Danny T. Welcome to the show. Well, we were supposed to get a nice Christmas gift of the Epstein files wrapped up in a nice little bow. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. We did get a few more photos, a few more documents out there floating around. So we're going to talk about that for a second. What we do know is starting in about 97 is when the accusation started against Epstein. Uh, we know he wasn't arrested till 2019. The FBI had reports, had all this, everything left uninvestigated. I follow a lot of true crime things. I like to call the FBI the fumbling bureau of idiots. It seems to me that a lot of these guys aren't criminal masterminds or evil geniuses. It's that it seems that our bureau is full of a bunch of glue sniffing, purple crayon eating morons that let crimes like this go on, and they just like to pretend like they're real cops. I think the city cops do a better job than the FBI does. I don't know why we still fund these clowns. Nonetheless, we did get about 3,900 files released, thousands of photos, travel logs, business expenses, things of that nature. We did find out between 93 and 96, Donald Trump was on the flight 8 times. I try and defend Trump when I can, but I understand he changed his mind later on, but I think everyone involved needs to be investigated. We need to figure out what was going on, what people knew, uh, what their positions were during these times. It's my understanding that the victims want disclosure. So I feel like right now the DOJ is just protecting pedophiles, in my opinion. They're protecting the predators. It doesn't seem like they care about the victims right now with the way the releases are going. That they're not cooperating. Um, it's really sad that there's only one person sitting in jail right now, and that's Maxwell. And there were lots and lots of people on these lists. I don't know everyone's involvement, but as you can see, I mean, Bill Clinton was in a ton of photos. You have Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, David Copperfield. I'm not saying they all had something to do with things, but they were all on the island. I think we should be investigating these people definitely. On top of Trump being there, you have a message from Prince Andrew appeared in an email asking if there are any new inappropriate friends for him to meet. Prince Andrew currently is living comfortably in the UK, smiling with those giant plaque covered British horse teeth of his. I'd love to see him sitting in the basement of the worst prison we have here in the United States instead of him out there living his best life after the accusations. And I find it hard to believe he wasn't a part of things based on the photos and the victims' testimonies, things like that. On top of this, we found out there was an investigation of about 10 co-conspirators after Epstein's arrest. Um, I'm not sure the complete details of that. The names are out there. I don't know the involvement or what came of that. I know the DOJ claims there are some false files in there. I don't know which ones. I don't want to put anyone on blast. But nonetheless, out of all these files released, there are still well over 500 pages completely blacked out. Um, Definitely not fully disclosed. We don't know what's on there. I think that's what we want. I think the American people want and deserve complete disclosure, uh, everything unredacted. Um, I think we deserve a transparent government, not just in the Epstein files and everything going on lately. There's a lot of lies. There's a reason a lot of us mistrust our government, and it's things like this. When things like this happen and come out, and things are blacked out and redacted, that's not it's not what we were asking for. Lucky for us, there are people in government that feel that way too. Thomas Massey, he's a man that over the past few months has really earned my respect, and I've been sleeping on him for a while. He's definitely on my radar now. But he is working with Chuck Schumer, who uh, I'm not the biggest fan of Chuck. I'm not going to lie to you. I really dislike the man. I mean, he's been sitting in his seat for over 50 years. I think we need term limits everywhere. I've gone over that, but again, that's a different story. I do have to give him credit where credit's due, though. He is really fighting for this disclosure. So Massey and Schumer are teaming up together, and they are threatening to take legal action against Pam Bondi for not fully releasing these documents like she was instructed to do, which I fully agree with these men. I think Pam should be dragged out of her office immediately and replaced with someone more competent to do the job at hand here. Someone who's actually going to care about the victims and the American people, and disclose these documents instead of covering up for people that should not be uh, having having their identities covered up, redacted files. I want to know what's going on. I'm sure you guys do too. Um, Nonetheless, there's still hundreds of thousands of documents still waiting to get dropped that we haven't seen. Um, my personal opinion on this, I think this whole thing has been a slap in the face to the American people. Um, it's terrible. It's a joke. I think it's a blatant disrespect for the victims involved. Uh, as I've said, I'm pretty sure all of them want justice done. They all want accountability, and they keep saying they're protecting the victims, but it's my understanding that the victims themselves want this out. On top of all this, as I've said, Maxwell's the only one in prison right now, and there were lots of people involved in this. So that being said, I think this is a mockery of our criminal justice system right now. It's insane to me. It's insane to me that we're covering up for this corrupt ring of abuse that's been going on for a very long time, and I don't just want to see the names. I don't want to just see what was going on. I want people in prison. People belong behind bars for the things they were doing to these young women. It's this is a horrible, disgusting case, and I don't know. Leave me in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on what's been going on. Are you satisfied with the Epstein dump that we just had? How do you think these future photos are going to come out? How many things are going to be redacted? Um, I don't think we're ever really going to get the closure we want. I'm staying hopeful, but let me know if I'm wrong. If you like the things I talk about on here in America, give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you later, America.